Hey, this is Arsena from Rican, just checking up on you guys since I haven't done a vlog for a while. I have been busy though, I've been doing other things, so there should be 2 videos up already of my Japan trip, that travel day to Japan, and then the travel to Machida. So the next ones that I'm currently working on is part 1 of Sasuke, which would be that Saturday. And so yeah, hopefully you guys have been liking how I've been doing the later videos with like a bit more details on like where things are and stuff like that. I've gotten at least some feedback from that, so yay. I'm glad you guys are liking it. But these things obviously take time, so I'm already working on the rough draft on how that's gonna work to try to keep me from rambling as much. I want the videos to be at least longer because I did have very, very short videos last year. But at the same time, I don't want like a 3-hour extravaganza about something that happened that's only 15 minutes long. So either way. So yep, those are up and I'm working on the Sasuke one. So yeah, look forward to that. I would assume probably next weekish, probably the week after that. Just kind of depends on my health. It's been kind of wonky the last couple of days. Then again, that's kind of normal. So yeah, whatever. So thanks also for the comments. I've gotten a few bit on that. Yeah, Venus, sorry, G4. Well, it's true because the Mount Midoriyama thing really freaks me out. But anyway, yeah, there's no mountain. Sorry. I might as well, I guess, talk about the Ninja Warrior back in the United States. Yay, as I've mentioned before. It was a weird experience. I did talk about that in the podcast, but I'll bring this up here as well. It was an interesting thing dealing with sort of like all of those emotions all flooding back, and a few of you have brought it up where it's been weird and exciting and just nostalgic and rage-inducing all at the same time, because you start thinking about like all the history that a lot of people have not seen now, and then you see it again and they still haven't fixed it, obviously, so there's like even, thousands upon thousands of more people that still think that all the stuff that they see on there is correct, and you're like pulling your hair out from the roots. But one thing I really, really, really did like was talking to you guys on social media, specifically on my Twitter. There were a lot of people that never had seen this before, so that was the very first time. They had a lot of questions, and it's that like excitement, like when you first found Ninja Warrior in the first place, whether it was A&W or if it was Sasuke, it didn't matter. It was just like that unbridled passion, like, this is awesome! And of course the comparisons of, wow, A&W sucks. Of course I found it hilarious, some people didn't, but it was just it was just funny because I'm seeing people that I've never dealt with before all have the same thing going, that show is fundamentally different and it's more enjoyable because of just how the format is. It's just, again, it's very, 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 very different. And I'm just happy it's back. I have no idea what's going to happen next year, and quite frankly, I'll deal with that next year instead of me worrying about it all year. I'm just happy it's back where people can now look at it. It is on demand, so people like me that don't have cable. I didn't have cable, so I didn't see it. All I did was basically watch the marathon of stuff that was in my own, gigs and gigs of directory in my computer. It is weird though. It's like seeing the 25 Reasons to Worship Ninja Warrior. That was such a surreal experience because that was such a weird program. I mean, with the sharks and oh my god, that was so weird. It was cool though. Just, that was mostly on social media, so I know they have all that stuff. I am happy that they put Sasuke 1 and they put Kunoichi 6, which were the 2 shows that were not shown during the Labor Day broadcast. That's now on demand, so people can see that. So yeah, it's really cool seeing the complete evolution of the show. I mean, they're unabashed. Like, Sasuke 1 was a weird tournament. It was only an hour long on television. It was completely indoors. We got to see Shingo as a baby with short shorts, long hair, 20-something-year-old. It's just, it's just weird, like how much this has changed and even how it's evolved into the current Sasuke, and then what it's actually spawned. I mean, we're what, 15 different spin-offs? Hell, I think the US has like 5 right now. And so it's just been interesting, and I like seeing that evolution. So I don't care if things were really janky and, you know, duct taped together, and, you know, people complaining about getting, you know, 2 inches across a cliffhanger that was completely flat and like maybe 2 feet long. It didn't matter, because that's where it started, and I loved that, because not everything starts at volume 11. You'll have, you know, the embarrassing photos, you know, the pimples with the braces and the teeth, you know. I love all that. I don't care. And so being able to share that passion with people that have been seeing it for the very first time was absolutely awesome. And so that weekend was really interesting, you know, and so I'm happy that it's happened. And apparently every Tuesday, you have Esquire running it on their channel. I don't know how long that's gonna last or whatever, but it's back, and it's gonna be here at least for the foreseeable future. So they've signed a multi-million-dollar contract, so I'm just happy it's back. It's been 5 long years, so I can now say that we're peacefully coexisting. Again, what it looks like next year, I'll deal with that later. So anyway, so going to some comments, and there were a lot of them. I had posted on both SMF and on my blog and on Twitter, you know, send me your first time that you've seen Sasuke, because I love those kind of stories, because mine is not that unique. There have been people that started with Viking from way back 2005, 2006, and so I wanted to get everybody's reaction to, you know, how they found, you know, Sasuke or Ninja Warrior, especially since there's a lot of people that started with A&W now. So I'm interested in that. So I'll start off with the comments on YouTube. Hello, Emily. This comes from my last vlog, actually, which is now about 3 weeks old. Eek. Sorry. So, okay, Emily, and yes, this is gonna be a long one, so... Oh boy, my story of how I heard Sasuke. You may have heard it before, but here I'll put it in more detail. Actually, this is the first time I hear it. For some reason I got like the Cliff Notes version and I missed all of this, so yay. So it was 2006, my dad, yeah, it wasn't me, was watching a show called Attack on the Show. Yes, it is old. And the episode mentioned something like, forgive me, I forgot what though, and it called me down to watch it. I brushed it off and went to bed since it was late. Next day, somehow, my dad had forgotten to turn off the TV and G4 was still playing. But now the program had changed to Ninja Warrior, Sasuke 16, and it had just started. I checked the guide to see if anything else was on, and to my surprise, nothing really good was coming, so I just decided, heck with it, and stayed on the show. I legit laughed so hard when I saw Shingo's fail. I didn't know him. Let me laugh! Nagano's third fail made me confused, but again, I never knew the guy. I just assumed he was very lucky or extremely lucky. I don't know. Anyway, Sasuke 17 then aired that same day, and that same Nagano cleared everything. I was blown away. It was from there Nagano Makoto was my favorite competitor, and for good reason. But he wasn't there long. The next day, a marathon started and I was able to catch up on prior seasons, including Sasuke 7. It was there I got to know Shingo more. The night before, I suffered a fall down the stairs and dislocated my oh god! Seeing Shingo suffer the same made me feel very bad for the young all-star. It was from there on Shingo Yamamoto became my favorite. And by the way, I've busted my shoulder. I don't even know how many times. I've had surgery twice. Fast forward to when Sasuke 18 finally rolled around, I started to lose interest slowly. I started to like Mario and Pokemon, things like that, and after Sasuke 24, Yuji's win, I turned away from the show. Now, here's a question. Do you ever get those moments you just want to travel through memory lane and do something you did in your younger years? Well, I had that moment in 2014, and I decided to rewatch the Ninja Warrior tournament, and I was rehooked all over again. I caught up on the seasons I missed, Sasuke 25 through 27, but also rewatched the ones I saw, and Sasuke 23 took a shine to me, reintroducing Shingo again. I hadn't completely forgotten of him because I remembered he was still my favorite, and I planned to keep watching, but then, roadblock. Sasuke 28 didn't air. Or did it? After research, I found your blog. Oh wow, that was a while ago. After research, I found your blog and found out 28 and 29 had aired. I was confused how I missed those two. And after a little digging, the Sasuke Maniac forums were found, and I was able to catch up fully. This was about a month before Sasuke 30. Meanwhile, in early May 2014, I actually revived my Tumblr. Yes, this will be important, trust me. Good, because I was about to ask, because most of the time Tumblr, yikes. And decided to look through Sasuke Ninja Warrior contest. Thankfully, this was before Casey Can't Zero blow up, because now I do this and it's just Casey. That would make sense, because yeah, if you start doing any kind of searches, that's the predominant. Of course, right now it's probably Jesse. So, anyways, some girl posted 2 Shingo pictures, Sasuke 27, but completely spelled Shingo's last name wrong. Yamamoto? I corrected her and we started chatting about Shingo mostly. After a bit, she linked me his Facebook account. Oh boy, this was when I thought I had gone too far. I can really be friends with Sasuke competitors? Well, I decided why not send him a friend request from there. 2 hours later, I was on Olive Garden. Woot! Olive Garden for the win! And Shingo there accepted it. What? Yeah, I freaked. Anyway, this spurred me literally to find anyone else, and well, I found a whole load, and Sasuke 30 to 32 aired. I have so many weird feelings for all 3. Anyway, yeah, that's my story. If you're asleep, well, God, I don't even know when I would sleep. Sometimes during the day, sometimes at night, don't worry about it. But yeah, this was 3 weeks ago. It's actually really cool. Thank you. And then back to my blog, Moya. Wow, so honored you read my entire comment. Well, it was so cool, of course, why not? And here's the screen cap of the Excel spreadsheet, laugh out loud. Oh my god, this is amazing. And this is just a small portion of it. This is freaking awesome. Thank you so much. It's so cute. I love the photos you chose. Can't believe Japan wasn't invited. USA versus World minus Japan. They'll have much less credibility without Japan. Yeah, I don't want to get into the whole politics of that, or even the last one with Li and Chi. Generally, when I say it is like the politics and stuff, that's sort of like my cue of it's a whole lot more convoluted and stuff that's really not public, and I really don't want to go there. So that usually just gives that cue, like politics, and just move on. There's a lot of stuff going on in the background, just like with anything else, and Sasuke is absolutely no different. In contrast, yeah, totally digressing here, armed with all my new knowledge from your blog, my respect for Stratus and Bernardo have gone way up, and I get total warm fuzzies when I see them competing with their Sasuke spirit paint and doing the Nagano Takeda backslap. Yes, absolutely, because it is freaking awesome, and it's rare because there's very few people of that era that still do that, because now everything's A&W, and you know, that's what it is, and that's what's, you know, number one here in the US. But I still will forever have a very, very warm fuzzy spot in my heart for Sasuke here in the US. And whenever I saw them with their paint and doing the back, it's just the ritual caning. How can you not like the ritual caning? I mean, seriously. Yeah, that sentence taken out of context makes absolutely no sense, but yeah. You know what I'm talking about if you read my blog. Interesting connection between Grace Jones and Brett Sims, by the way. Part of me wants Stratus Bernardo to give up on her, give her a oh god, I do not want her to have this huge back slap thing on her back. That's cruel! Dude, that stayed for a while. The fact that it's even photographed, this was after he ran. He still had that handprint in his back. Just think about that for a moment. Dude slapped him hard. He's a bastard. Oh, Rob, also on my blog. Watching the marathon on Esquire right now. This is so awesome. I forgot how much I'd missed this. hearing the old G4 intro for Ninja Warrior had me excited. Yeah, that was such a weird thing. And it was really cool seeing it. Yeah, they took out the logo and stuff, but even if you just close your eyes, you know that sound, and they still had the same intro, and you still have Dave Wittenberg, you know, Kakashi. Yeah, you still have all that. It's just weird. I have no idea if they're gonna continue that same format next year. Wouldn't it be weird if, you know, he ended up coming back? The Ninja Bro, I'm so excited Sasuke's coming back to the US. I never got to see it actually on TV, just YouTube. Wow, wow, that makes sense, because there's a lot of people that just check, you know, okay, I found this, you know, AEW, and then now let me go check on YouTube, or just surfing through. I guess you can just run through stuff on YouTube that way. But yeah, that is really weird. Then these nuts, lucky you, I'm in Philippines. Oh, can't watch it tomorrow. Yeah, that's okay. I don't even have cable, so I'm in the same boat as you. These nuts again. Yay, I was featured on your video. You're quite welcome. By the way, I was the guy who asked why Yusuke is not a new star. Oh, okay, so that was on SMF, but okay. Yeah, and that's the reason why he's not a new star. By the way, yes, I did confirm that he is definitely coming back, and he is training. His training's doing quite nicely. He's now moved to Osaka, and that's pretty much as I can mention, because in general, you know how things go in TV. If you start, you know, giving too much information, and then, you know, the television station starts freaking out going, come on, you're like totally ruining the surprise when we finally air this next year. So just to be safe, we're sort of kind of playing it on the low. He's doing great though, and training every weekend, which is awesome. And he actually has an obstacle that was built in his veranda, so he trains that diligently. So I'm very happy, and I'm looking forward to his return next year. Yay! So yeah, I'm actually also doing interviews. I don't know if I'm going to be doing an actual written interview on Morimoto anytime specifically soon, because I kind of do piecemeal. We're friends, so we kind of talk to each other here and there. We haven't had an entire like sit down. It's hard to explain how to do stuff like this. So I might work on something like that and just kind of scrap together a Sasuke 31 version. With a, you know, mix of what happened in 32 for him, since he wasn't around. But that won't be until a little bit later. I just want to finish the other projects of the Japan trip, and after that I'll be doing an interview with Gene. So yeah, I've been promising to do that forever, and I really want to, because oh god, he's the reason why I ended up being able to go to Japan in the first place. I mean, we've been going on for 3, almost 4 years. Actually, no, 4, almost 5. And so I want to take that opportunity to finally introduce you guys to him, so you can get to see the kind of person that he is. It's just an awesome friend, and he is a great record. So still, it's also a little bit easier because he speaks English, so I don't have to worry about doing the whole translation things and yada yada yada, back and forth, and scheduling. It just, you know, it's just, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, but that won't be until probably at this point late October, early November. So, but anyway, I just wanted to give you updated. I'll probably be doing more interviews in the future, so I'm gonna at least have more content on my blog. Either way, still post any comments and questions you guys have for me to, you know, address for future vlogs, or just in general, to keep in touch. And thank you guys that always talk to me on Twitter. I did respond to some of them on the podcast, so look forward to that. And that's pretty much it. If anything, just, you know, let me know. And thanks again for listening, and you guys have been great. So look forward to the next one. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.